So today we're going to be doing an oil change on this TVS HLX 150X. So let's get on into it. This is what we're going to be working with. We have a 20 millimeter. Also, you can use a 13/16 spanner ratchet wrench. We have, of course, our oil, which I'm going to be using 20 W50 Total Energies oil here abroad in Africa where I am. Total is a very well-known and respected oil. You can find a lot of no-name brands and things of that sort, but I decided to pay a little bit extra to get the really good stuff, or I hope it's the good stuff. So we have something to wash out the filter and then later on collect the oil. And of course we have our oil filter. Right in this little bag here, I have like little brushes and scrapers and things because you know, this is a muddy area, and before I'm going to do any kind of oil change, I want to scrape and clean around the oil plug so that I can remove any sort of mud, dirt as much as possible. This is where the oil plug we would loosen up, but I don't want all this dirt entering in as I drain it out. I'm also going to take this off. See, we have dirt here. I'm going to try to carefully get it out away from the hole. Yeah, so that way when we put it in, it'll be a nice, not dusty area there. For now, I'm going to put this back in. Now what I'm going to do, because I want this engine to be warmed up, I want the oil to easily flow out, not be so thick. I want some of that warmth that will allow the oil to flow out a bit easier. So I'm going to turn this on, this motorcycle on. I'm going to allow it to idle for a bit. For just a few minutes till the engine warms up just a bit. Not where it's really hot, but just so that it allows the process and the flowing of the oil to come out better. Okay, so now I got this actually different bowl to capture the oil. So now it is time to loosen this bad boy up. So I'm going to loosen this thing. Here we go. So we got the oil flowing out into the bowl here. And there is one other thing that we need to get. There's like a filter screen right in here. So we just gotta work it. You'll pull, and there you go. You have this collecting debris and so on. And this is what we are going to take time to clean. You can even see here on the inside, all the dirtiness on the inside. What I want to do is I want to clean this. I want to clean all this gunk and stuff. So I'm going to put some gasoline in here. I don't know if you can see this, but you can kind of see there's like these little particles of metal that were inside of the filter. This is what came out in this gasoline fuel that I used to clean this. You can definitely see, you know, like the little particles. I don't know how well this will show up on the video, but you can definitely in person, you would be able to definitely see. So these are little pieces of metal that come from the engine, and that's why it's so important to change the oil so that, you know, these metal shavings will get inside the engine and cause problems. Of course, you have a filter like this, but, you know, the cleaner the better for clean functioning of the engine. See, here, here, and other places. Now I'm going to stick this back up in here, like so. Now I just take this, and I'm going to now just dump out any remaining oil you see here. Before I want to put that back in here, I probably should give it a little bit of a clean. It looks a lot better. Now I'm going to put this back. I'm going to hand tighten it first. Right? The rest of the way, I'm going to use the ratchet. Now let's tighten this up. I don't want it to be too tight. Just enough. All right, on to the next part. Yeah, not really sure what happened here. Apparently, I put the video on the wrong setting, but this is basically me pouring in the oil into the funnel. This is the final point of me adding the oil, then checking to make sure that everything's okay. So the next thing we're going to do is to turn on the bike and let it idle for a little bit. We want this to idle for about a couple minutes. So this allows the oil to circulate through the engine. It fills all the oil passages in the engine and the oil strainer. And also it gives time so that you can check later if there's any oil leaks at the very bottom. So you just want all the oil nice and circulating, filling up everything in the engine, the strainer, the various passages inside the engine. And then you check for an oil leak after letting it idle for a couple minutes. So now we want to check to see if there's any leaking oil. And everything is solid. There's no oil leaks. We should be good to go. One of the things you want to do after letting it idle for a couple minutes is to check the oil. So what you want to do is first wipe it, and then you put it right back in like so. You don't twist it to take the oil reading. You want to just put it in as far as it'll go. You pull it out, and then you look at the crosshatch. It is very difficult to see, I won't lie, and you want it to be within inside the crosshatch hairs. I know it's maybe difficult to see on the video because of how clear the oil is, but it's okay. Then you put it back. And done.